How's it going, guys? Gabe here with RC Cincy, and today I'm gonna have a unboxing for you guys. I was able to pick this. Actually, my fiance picked this up from Toys R Us. Unfortunately, they are going out of business, and you know, a lot of fond memories of me going there picking out toys for birthdays. I had a really good memories there from my childhood. So unfortunately, they're going out of business, so the only good part that came out of this is getting a good price on something like this. For instance, yesterday, I was at Target picking up a few things, and I saw the version that was missing the goggles, and it was basically the streaming one, same exact drone, same controller, but it just didn't have the goggles, and it was $79.99. The one with the goggles like this one costs $99.99. Well, she was able to pick this up at Toys R Us for $59.99. So that's a significant savings. At least $40. $40 plus not to mention taxes. So about $40 plus dollars she was able to save on this, which is a really good deal. Sharper Image does have decent products. I think I've gotten a Sharper Image small remote control boat for a pool before. It worked really well. The range was good on it. It performed well for what it had. It was just using normal AA batteries. And then we also got a smaller vehicle that can flip on either sides, and it's always can go forward or backward. Doesn't matter if it's upside down, you can't flip it. It'll just keep going, which is pretty cool. My nephew loves that. That works really well. So far, I haven't got anything like a big drone or anything like that from them yet, but so far it seems like Sharper Image has some decent stuff. So she actually surprised me with this. I wasn't expecting it. I didn't plan on getting it or anything like that, and she said, you know, this would be a nice feature for the channel, and I agreed. So here we go. So of course, look around. Hopefully they should still have some of these at Toys R Us. I know it's getting towards the end of their going out of business. So the only good part is maybe a little bit closer to the very end. If they still have some of these, they might even get discounted more. So I think originally they're only discounted a little bit, and then they just kept getting it discounted as time went by. So if they still have some, you might be able to get away with waiting a little bit longer. If not, and they're running low, I would recommend grabbing one for this price, considering how much you're saving. So here's what the box looks like. It just tells you it's first person. It has the goggles for first person view. It streams HD video. Tells you a couple of its features. That's what the drone looks like itself. Tells you can do flips, built-in lights, stable flight performance. It's got auto landing, auto takeoff, auto hover, which is altitude hold, of course, 360 stunts, auto orientation, which is your headless mode, and 3 speeds you can select. So that's pretty cool. This has, I wouldn't recommend flying over water. I don't know why they would even have a picture like that. That's a little ridiculous. And it just kind of tells you about it, rechargeable battery, more features on the side. So let's just go ahead and get into the unboxing. It's actually a decent box. You could keep everything in this. It does have a nice little handle to carry it, so it's okay. It's not the best box, but it wasn't the worst, definitely, by any means. I did open this and charge it and make sure it worked. Granted that I buy it from that, I wasn't sure. Not to doubt the quality of Sharper Image, but I wasn't sure if anything happened to it, if it seemed to be new, was taped up. So you always want to check, though, obviously. Make sure something works, especially if I'm going to feature on the channel. And I would obviously let you guys know. So, you get the drone. It does come with this pre-installed guards on it. There's simply 2 screws on each arm. So you just simply unscrew those, and then this comes off. If you're a new flyer, I obviously recommend leaving this on, but I've flown a few drones and I feel comfortable enough where I could take them off. It doesn't weigh as much as I thought it would, and might give you a few more seconds of flight time, but honestly what's going to kill the battery on this is this HD streaming. It does project a Wi-Fi signal, which obviously takes more of its battery juice. Now, I did notice one thing though. I've seen other products like this. I don't know if this is a newer model or older one, but some of them have a little hatch with one screw right here that you can remove. Let me zoom in on this. This does not have that. So for some reason, I don't know if this is the older version or the newer version. I'm not sure, to be honest with you. And the hatch is missing on this. Some of them you can change. This is a built-in battery, what it looks like. It wouldn't be, I'm sure you could probably open it up and maybe put another battery in, but I would imagine it would just be a pain in the butt. It'd be easier just to charge it. So it's a decent size. It's about a medium-sized drone. Now, looking at it, it's not too bad. It does seem to have gear-driven motors. It has dampening for landing, like a cushion right here on all fours. It does have an off and on switch, which makes it nice. And then the camera does pivot all the way down. You can actually fly it. Sorry, the lighting isn't. Let me adjust this lighting a little bit better. I apologize about that. There we go. What you can actually do is you can pivot the camera towards facing all the way down, so you can get kind of like an aerial view as you're flying it above, or you can tilt it all the way forward or slightly angle it. If you're doing something like FPV, an angle like that would be pretty useful if you want to, look down on something. The only thing is, if you give it full pitch, it'd have been nice if it can turn a little bit up this way to help with that pitch angle, when you're flying. This helps, sometimes it can help you see a little bit better if you can do that, but I'm sure it can be used for that. I haven't tried the FPV modes or anything like that. I just made sure it worked, and then that was it. So I'm excited to fly this. So there's the drone itself. Now it does have a 800 milliamp battery built into it, which is a fairly decent sized battery. I think it's somewhere like up to like 10 minutes of flight time, which is reasonable. So let's go ahead and set this over here. And then the controller itself, I did put this on. This does not come on. It was just in the side of the box. Just one screw right here. And that removes this phone holder. Now it does fit large phones. You can see how far it opens. You could easily get a plus phone in there, anything like that, with the case on it. So that's really nice. I didn't like originally the way it looked, but it does work well, I guess. It fits good in your hands. I'm more of a thumb flyer, so that's beneficial to me the way these are shaped. I know some people like to pinch fly, which is fine. And then it does have, just to go over a few features of the controller, it does have the orientation right here, which is labeled. It says orientation plus or minus, turn it off, turn it on or off. And then you also have a land, which is labeled, a takeoff, trim forward and backward, trim left to right. And then it has the off and on switch, which it flashes when it's not bound. Your low flying setting, click it one time. Let me zoom in a little bit, I apologize about that. Click it one time, it's in low, click another, it's medium, click it all the way up, it's in high. So there's all the controls clearly labeled. And you also have a button on the back, which is your stunt button. This is for like 360 flips, a version. It does flips basically. So now this transmitter does require 6 AA batteries, which should indicate that it should have fairly decent range. I think it's 450 feet for the transmitter itself, but the streaming signal is only good for about 150 feet. So be careful. Line of sight, you could fly this technically a little bit further with line of sight than you could with the streaming. So just be aware of that, be aware of your surroundings, how big of an area you fly in. Just kind of watch that and be careful, obviously. This does tilt, so you can adjust this in the angle you want. So that's nice. It has this little grip right here to grab it to kind of open it up. So that's pretty much it. It is 2.4 gigahertz technology. So let's go ahead and set that over here. Then you get a USB charger. This is, I think, a 500 milliamp charger. Yep, 500 milliamp charger. So it's going to take about 120 minutes to charge that battery with this charger. And obviously, if you have a hobby grade charger, you probably charge it a little bit faster. Be careful not to charge it too fast, because that can take away from its flight time and its battery health and life. Make sure you let it sit for a few minutes when you're done flying and then charge. Just every once in a while, feel the battery. If it's getting really hot, or this is getting really hot, unplug it. Just be aware, don't leave and leave this plugged up, you know, just basic battery awareness. So let's set this over here, and then you get 4 spare props, which I actually stuck the screws for the bars that came off in here. It does give you another little bag with another set of screws, which in case you lose some, or you happen to lose a screw for the prop or something like that, you do get extras. Gives you 4 spare props. And then over here you have your goggles, which are actually decent. And it's not going to compare to anything like Fat Shark's or any other goggles like that. It's just basically using your phone. The neat part about these is the strap is adjustable. It isn't that uncomfortable. Honestly, it felt okay on my head. It's very simple to open. It just has 4 magnets. Actually 2, I apologize. Well, 4 total, but 2 on each side. That kind of clips it, that kind of snaps it together. You open it up. You want to take your phone out of your case. I think this is mainly for like Android screens up to 5.5, I do believe. I have an iPhone 8. What you have to do, hold on, let me set that down just for 1 second, please. Let me pop this case off my stuff and kind of show you guys how much room you have left. Give you an idea how much room the iPhone 8 takes. This is not the Plus, it's just the regular 8. So what I did is I popped my iPhone 8 out of the case. So what you would do is you would open this, and then you would line it up in there. And if you look, it does not have that much room. I apologize, it's kind of dark. There we go. It does not have that much room for a Plus. You could not fit a Plus. This is the iPhone 8. You center it. You can see these little marks where the screen is available to view at. Center it, and then just lock it. It has a cushion. It gets really tight. It snaps together, and then you can view through these. This button does access something. It's a wide tab, so you can use the function on any of the phones. So your button might be here, it might be there. If you have a button on the side, this will allow you to click that button. I haven't tested it to see what it does. I would imagine it either focuses or tilts it or does something. So I will let you guys know the exact function of that. Flip it back open, pull your phone out. It does have cushion there on top, and then these little kind of like materials to keep it from sliding edged from side to side. So there you have it. And then you also get a strap. Now this strap is the one that's designed to go across the top of it, like so. So you have one strap to the back, and then this strap is designed to go over the top. So it fits on your head, keeps it from sliding down onto you. I haven't put this on yet. I'll probably do it later when I actually fly it. And then we get into the instructions. You do get 2 different instructions. Your first one is for your goggles, virtual reality headset, which is nice. It tells you specifications. Here we go. It says fits smartphone screens from 4.7 to 5.9 inches. Avoid temperatures below and avoid temperatures above. Below 49 degrees, 32 Fahrenheit. So no freezing, no below freezing. And then nothing above 113 Fahrenheit. So it gives you all your instructions on how it works. You have to be 12 years of age or older to use it. So for so on, it tells you how to set up the app, how to connect the strap to the top of it. It's supposed to look like this when you're done. It's supposed to have that strap over the top of it. It shows you how to insert the phone, close the lid, put it on your head. So using the headset, it tells you if you press that button to view it, to select objects in your app and video. So that's pretty cool. You can actually click that and then it can select things in the app and video, which is nice. I wanted to be sure that's what it is. You can move and explore apps. Move around to explore apps and videos not supported by every app or video. So supposedly, I guess it has the motion, knows that you're turning left to right, so you can slide left to right and then you click the button to select it. So that makes perfect sense. Like I said, every phone and every app does not support it. Hopefully the Flight 360 app does support it. That's what you'll 360 Flight, that's the name of the app that you'll be using for this. It does say it on the instructions. It is available in App Store, and I know it's available for Android and Apple because I have it for the Apple phone myself. The instructions themselves are actually really good. Everything is clearly labeled. You know, it tells you everything from charging to troubleshooting to all the controls, how to set up the app, charging. Troubleshooting is actually on the back, and one of the things that actually I had an issue with, I'm going to be honest with you guys here for a second, I turned it on to make sure it worked, and I could not get it to take off or any of the controls to work properly. What it needed was a calibration. On the back of here, you'll see a picture of how to calibrate the controller and the drone. So if you do these inward and then outward, I'm not sure which one does which, it says it clearly on here if you read it. If you actually do the calibrations, and then it'll finally work. I couldn't get it to take off, do anything. Until you do this, sometimes it won't work. Some of them are calibrated, some of them aren't. I recommend calibrating when you're on a flat surface, having your drone set flat and level, and then just simply calibrating it, and that should get it to work perfectly. So, which it did for me. Streaming 2.4 gigahertz drone. Now, it is the same signal as the controller. So that's why the range is only about 150 feet or so. It does tell you the stun button, auto takeoff. It pretty much tells you everything you need to know about this drone and how it works. So that's nice. So far, I like what you're getting for this price. 100 would have seemed a little bit high for me, but considering what you're getting for $59.99, I think this is a steal. That's why I wanted to bring your guys' attention to it, because it seems like it would be a nice drone. So obviously I still have to do the flight and do a little bit of I'll actually intentionally wreck it to see how durable it is. Not nothing crazy, you know, into a brick wall or nothing, but realistic wrecks like into a bush or a tree, or not landing where you want it to land at, stuff like that. So I'll give you an honest opinion about it. I'll time the flight for it. I'll do line of sight video where I just fly it around, see how it flies, how smooth it is, how quick it is, how agile it is, and then I'll try the streaming on the controller first, because I actually never have done goggles before. So this will be like basically someone that's never done it is doing it, so it'll give you my experience with it. I'm gonna do the streaming first, obviously on the controller, and see how much of a delay, if there is any, or the latency or whatever it may be. I'm going to see how that flies around with that, and then once I get comfortable with that, I'm going to pop on the goggles, go somewhere in a big open area, obviously where there's no people or anything like that, especially your first time doing it. And I'm going to pop on the goggles and have that flight for you guys as well. So a lot coming up for this, and I think that should do it for the unboxing. Stay tuned. It should be about a day or so until I release the other videos, so make sure you stay tuned for those. I still have plenty of other products I need to unbox and test out, so keep a lookout for those. Don't forget about the drawing. That I am gonna announce someone not tomorrow, but next Sunday. I think it's like the 3rd or something like that, and I'll announce that winner for actually this drone right here. It's a great drone. I love it, honestly. Works well. Everything's in there, packaged up, sealed, ready to go to be shipped to someone. Please read the rules and everything and my drawings. I don't want anyone to get upset. If you live in a very, very far country, you know, shipping might be more than what the drone costs. I'm not going to do anything like that. I've clearly stated my rules and what I'll do up to ship it. Make sure you watch the video and pay attention to that. I can't emphasize that enough. And that's pretty much it. So if you guys like this unboxing, please like it. Please subscribe, comment below if you have any questions or comments, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.